Hi, I'm Tim. Welcome to Watchbox, and thanks for logging on. If you love this watch, email me, tmosso@thewatchbox.com. It's in the description below. Your purchase and pricing email question line for buying any watch you see on any Watchbox platform, tmosso@thewatchbox.com. Today, we're discussing a 2016 73-piece limited edition created by Moser for the Swiss Rolls-Royce Enthusiasts Club. Now, that encompasses both Rolls-Royce and Bentley historically, so this timepiece features the insignia, or at least representative logos, of the club, Bentley, and Rolls-Royce on the dial. The watch is the Venturer Small Second Rolls-Royce Enthusiast Club, 39 millimeters in white gold. The timepiece is comfortable, beautifully proportioned, remarkably distinctive of Moser, and of course a wonderful addition to any auto enthusiast's watch box. Now, in terms of lug-to-lug dimension, you can see the watch is 44.8 millimeters, so that's a short span across the wrist, making this ideal for any wrist size. The case is 12 millimeters thick, but you can see just how much of that is the dramatically almost bubble-domed sapphire, so this one easily slides underneath the cuff. The spacing between the lugs is a standard 20 millimeters, so you'll have no trouble fitting it on any kind of standard size strap. 20 millimeters is fairly universal. I mentioned this watch is great for small wrists, and you can see how it would easily slide underneath the cuff, but also fit a wrist as small as 13 centimeters in circumference. So this is a unisex option, as well as a great go-to for collectors who prefer traditional sizing and proportion. Let's take a look at the hardware and the software. This is a rare Moser that does not include a kudu strap. The white gold watch is mounted on an alligator leather strap, medium rectangular scale, semi-gloss. You can see there is a sheer side showing the layers of the leather, a monotone stitch on the underside. This is calfskin, and you can see it is a brand new Moser factory strap. It's paired with a matching Moser white gold pin buckle. Note the recess for the pin in the buckle, as well as the polished bevel on the satin side. The attention to detail here is superb, and that's true of the case as well, where you can see Moser's distinctive concave and mirror polished scalloped lug profiles, as well as a vertical satin rather than more common longitudinal in between the lugs. The lugs have polished tops and a tapered glide as they disappear at the extremities of the case. You can see that the lugs turn almost 90 degrees from the mid-case, so again, that's an argument for the fit of this watch, which is superb. The crown is conical and wider at its outer face, so it's easy to grip. You can see it's Moser branded, and the bezel, all of high polish, is domed in profile, giving way to that extravagant vaulted sapphire. Now, the dial of this watch is the famed Moser Fumet, so it's a smoked blue dial that fades from almost a cobalt metallic at its center to black at its edge, with applique indices and polished leaf-style hands, including for the sub-register. You can see sunken seconds with the Rolls-Royce grille in classical, almost Greek temple form, the Rolls-Royce RREC Enthusiast Club logo on top of the Bentley Flying B-Winged logo. So Bentley and Rolls-Royce both are welcome to play. It's also a great piece of memorabilia for auto enthusiasts generally. And note the distinctive lack of any extraneous printing on the dial. Swiss-made H. Moser and C. That's also distinctive of Moser. This is a fully realized concept. As you can see, this is probably the most highly decorated and attractive HMC 327 going. Number 5 of 73, individually numbered. You can see the Rolls-Royce logo has been transposed into a grid, or I should say more precisely, a set of strakes running from top to bottom, with the upper strakes black polished by hand and the lower strakes coated with a black DLC for contrast. Now, Moser bevels typically are sharply machined. These are not. Because the bridges are black polished by hand, so too are the bevels. These are the only perfectly rounded Moser bevels I know of on any caliber 327. In general, even the extended power reserve twin barrel movements feature machined bevels. On this watch, they are mirrored and they are manually finished, exceptionally rare for Moser. There's satin finishing on all of the wheels, as well as the top of the balance bridge. And speaking of tech, you could see that the watch features a case-back power reserve indicator for its 3-day power reserve, a free-sprung balance on a full bridge for shock resistance. It beats away at 18,000 vibrations per hour, a stately old pocket watch beat rate. By the way, you can see the hacking lever in action. It disappears, but watch it jump into the frame when I stop the balance. It has hacking seconds. It also has an overcoil hairspring that allows the watch to beat concentrically and keep even time in any position on the wrist or the dresser. Remarkably, Moser makes all of its small parts, including the escapement, the hairspring, and the balance, so this is a true manufacturer product in every regard. Finally, you'll note that the screw heads themselves have been black polished on their top, so this is an extensively hand-decorated watch both outside and in. 30 meters water resistant, so no, it's not an aquatic timepiece, but in every other regard, a beautiful, versatile, and thanks to its size, universally wearable and lovable haute de gamme dress watch from the other integrated manufacturer of Schaffhausen. That integrated manufacturer, Moser, making only 1,500 watches a year compared to over 100,000 for IWC. Email tmasso@thewatchbox.com for purchase and pricing details.